Okay, I don't think I've been on this part of the mountain. I think, wait, hold on. I think I have. Yes, I have. This is the side of the mountain with the shrine and everything else and all the greenery. Alright, how close am I to this, guardian? So I'm still kind of trying to, like, look around the area that he occupies. Kind of forgot where it was. The blinking dot, I guess, disappears when he's no longer active or not looking for you anymore. Kind of wish it would stay on as long as you recognize it was there. I think that would make sense. It's like, oh, there's a guardian in this area, no problem. Oh, he's over there. Okay, cool. Let's see, is there anything around this area? Luckily, you can't shoot through a hill, so you shouldn't be able to hit me from here. Mister, you can see me from over there. Let's see. Oh, shit. What else is over there? I think this is just a path up to this professor's lab. So I think I'm gonna fly just to kind of get over him, because I'm not gonna have a lot of protection to get past him. There's not a lot of rocks and shit. These people have a guardian right outside their house. These things have impeccable freaking range. Just ridiculous. Alright, so who's responsible for all these damn things, dude? Like, really? Like, come on. Whose place is this? Kinda already checked out around the house. Alright, let's see what the big hubbub is. Get to the bottom of this guardian business. Hello? Does it say talk? The hell? It's... And... It's... Hey, you! What are you doing here? Huh? Huh? Okay. The Matt? What? What are you talking about? Who are you? You look like Professor E. Gadd in another dimension. Are you the one called Link? No. That's too bad. If you were the legendary Link, there would be something important I need to tell you. How can I determine with full certainty whether you are the true hero? Yes, how indeed, yes. If you can show me the wounds your body suffered 100 years ago, that should prove you are the truly Link. I decided not Link. Why would you even ask that? That's too bad. If you were the legendary Link, it would be something important to talk to you. You want me to show you the wounds on my body? What, you want me to take off my clothes? Like, what do you want me to do, dude? Maybe he wants me to take off all my clothes. I don't know. I don't know how else I'm supposed to do this. Yes, the number of scars on your body, just as I remember. Most seem to have healed up, but they do line up with the scars I know you got during the Great Calamity 100 years ago. Yes, I acknowledge you as the real Link. So let's begin again. I'm the lead guardian researcher and director of the Akala Asian Tech Lab. Dr. Robbie. He had a guitar riff. You're still not cooler than Pura. In any case, I'm really impressed that you made it all the way out here to this rather remote location. Did you perchance meet Pura and borrow her power? I met a child. Yes, I met a child. Pura? A child? What? She really has a kid? Or do you mean that Pura aged backward and she is now a child? Pura got younger. Are you certain? So she's as crazy as ever. Okie dokie. Knowing her, I'm guessing she screwed up some experiment. Yes, typical. Typical. Let's return to the subject at hand, Do you know that the Great Calamity is regaining its power? I know. I see. Then I don't need to tell you my story, You don't have to, but I guess I should know. Yes, I see. In that case, the goal of our Sheikah Research Lab is simple, really. We aim to destroy the Calamity that has endured across time. And to rid Hyrule of its dark influence, and above all, to rescue Princess Zelda, who is now a prisoner of the Calamity. We have worked ourselves to the bone conducting our research. For a time, I feared I'd pass before I could prevail. However, you, Link, managed to awaken before this old sack of flesh gave out. That means the time is now. Yes. You, now is the time to join forces with the Sheikah, yes? We must destroy the Calamity. Okay, let's do it. Yes, that's correct. You and I are going to join forces and put an end to the Calamity. On that note, sorry for the long preamble, but I'd like to provide you with some ancient soldier gear. Did you catch all that? Cherry, that ancient oven creates ancient soldier gear, but I fear she's out of source for the moment. I'm afraid someone will have to bring the blue flame from the ancient furnace again. The ancient oven. You see, it's a bit out of source right now, so it's impossible to make ancient soldier gear. Yes, I suppose we'll have to carry the blue flame over from the ancient furnace again. Ancient soldier gear? Ancient soldier gear is something we Sheikah developed with ancient power. It's easy to make it. Yes, a breeze. Just take the ancient materials that the Guardians dropped, and some rupees, and toss them into into the ancient oven. Yes, that. However, the ancient oven is still out of sorts. Who do we know who can do something about that? Do you have any other questions? Ancient furnace. An ancient furnace can be simply described as a singular place that gathers massive amounts of energy. But the blue flame of Tumlia Heights put in the furnace. Get the blue flame from Tumlia Heights put in the furnace, and the the ancient oven will be fixed. However, at my age, it's not so easy to climb mountains and cross rivers, And my wife is jealous of Cherry, so she refused to get the blue flame for me. Sigh. Do you have any other questions? Cherry? Cherry, that is the ancient oven. Is a machine I made to create ancient soldier gear. Isn't she adorable? Yes. My first love. She shares the same name as my first love, you see. My wife isn't as crazy about her as I am. Yes, when I call her Cherry, my wife gets angry and throws things. That's why I call her the ancient oven now. Do you have any other questions? No, I think we're good. Yes, spy. I wish someone would light the furnace outside with the blue flame. Okay, and what's your name, ma'am?
Hi.
Jaren. Morning. And
Oi.
check it out. How was that? I figured I'd give an impression of the Nintendo Asian Tech Lab's director, Pura, a shot. Maybe it was a bit much for the first time meeting you, though. Yes. Link, don't worry about it. It's all okay. So, what do you need from me? Who are you? Hey, I'm Jaren.
Hey.
Check it out. I'm an amateur scholar of the ancient history. To be honest, I've been focusing a lot on my research on shrines. Oh, that reminds me. Link. There's somewhere I need you to go. To the left eye of Skull Lake. I know there's a shrine there, but it's a challenge to get to it. The left eye of Skull Lake is higher up. The right one is lower down. If you run into Kilton, you're on the wrong eye. Have you any other questions about Robbie? Robbie is one of the researchers of ancient civilizations. He was studying Guardians at Hyrule Castle 100 years ago. Oh, Robbie, we're half century apart age-wise, but we never let that get in the way. He and I are married. You're married? Yes, indeed. Together we run the Akala Asian Tech Lab. I've got a son as well. Have you got any other questions? Your son. That's right, I got one son. His name is Grante. I don't think that's the same name as the other guy. Have you seen him in your travels? Maybe? Is that... I haven't talked to the guy in Pure's lab in a long time, so I don't know if that's him or not. I haven't. Really? Well, you see him. Be nice to him, okay? You said I haven't seen him earlier, though. Oh, well, that's good to hear. Granted, is still a work in progress. Once he's done studying armor, I'm hoping to convince him to take over my research. See you later. Alright, you fucking smart AIs, NPCs. Fucking, you weren't supposed to call me out on me trying to see all the different dialogue trees. Damn. Okay. So this is a big place, I guess. I don't really think I'm really crazy about anyone who lives here, though. I think Pyrrha is still my favorite NPC. It's probably because she's cute. I think I like cute things and characters and girls more than old guys. But anyways, I think we're gonna get ready to go and do whatever they want me to do now. Is there anything else that I can check out in here? What's that say? Robbie's memoirs to the first page. Let me start from the beginning. It was 100 years ago. The Calamity Ganon had already swallowed Princess Zelda. Dr. Pyrrha and I already taken Link to the Shrine of Resurrection and left him to recover. Dr. Pyrrha and I departed for Kakariko Village, where we left Lady Impa. All three of us couldn't stay together, of course. We couldn't risk Calamity Ganon getting all of us in one strike. If that happened, there'd be no one left to deliver Princess Zelda's message to Link when he recovered and woke up. We had ensured at least one of us would be able to talk to him. So, Dr. Pyrrha and I set out to survive as long as we could. We were lucky. We found large amounts of ancient energy in the Necluda and Akala regions. We could continue our research. Just as we had in Hyrule Castle, we could again set ourselves to finding some way to seal the great Calamity Ganon away. So we decided who would go where in the only fair way. Rock, paper, scissors. I set out to Akala soon after that. I was all set up to go to Akala, but first I decided to go with Dr. Pyrrha to the ancient energy source in Necluda. Actually, that implies I had any choice. Dr. Pyrrha laid on a pretty heavy guilt trip, and I suggested her going alone. In a world of dangerous hours, are you seriously asking me to travel alone? She's so darn pushy. Anyway, Dr. Pyrrha promised Lady Impa that they'd meet again someday, then she and I set out from Kakariko Village. But not before loading a cart with the guidance stone Dr. Pyrrha had been using at Hyrule Castle. We traveled for some time, south of the Pillars of Livia, across Lake Sela, and through Blatchy Plain. Then we came up to Fort Hateno. Link had battled an army of Guardians there, and it was there he's been defeated. Really? At Fort Hateno? Okay. A master swordsman such as Link, who impressed King Rome enough to be made Princess Zelda's personal knight. Well, even someone like that has their limits. I'm sorry, Link. I spent so much of my life researching Guardians. Even with all my knowledge, I wasn't able to give you the weapons or power you need to succeed. Those are my thoughts as I looked upon the broken husk of Guardians strewn around Fort Hateno. Lost my thoughts, I didn't notice that Dr. Pyrrha had slipped away. I knew Hateno Village was much farther along the road and that the Calamity had barely touched that area. So I felt... wait a minute. The Calamity didn't touch Hateno Village, but that's where Link was defeated? I don't really know how that makes a lot of sense, but whatever. So I felt safe letting her continue on her own. We parted ways without even saying goodbye, I suppose. Turning myself back into action, I set out on my own journey back toward Kakariko Village. With Dr. Pyrrha escorted safely to Hateno Village, it was time for me to head into my new home in Akala. I returned to Kakariko Village to collect the remaining guidance stone, then I immediately set out for Akala. I made my way through the Lanayru wetlands and headed toward Turnio Trail. I knew that once I crossed the Akala span, I would officially be in Akala. The autumn leaves brought some joy to my spirit as I crossed Shadow Pass, then headed north from Ordorak Quarry. Akala is known for its long stretches of nothing. I set out hoping that would still be the case. I was attacked by a guardian here and there as I went, but remember, I had spent my life studying them. Dispatching them individually was no challenge at all. In time, I reached the lighthouse in the hollow. What a perfect place to keep an eye on the monsters out there. I unloaded my gardening stone and settled into my new home. And so began my life of solitary research. I knew I had to continue to research the ancient soldier gear for Link. He could wake up at any time. I quickly settled on a routine. First, I would carry the blue flame from Tumlia Heights. Next, I would melt the ancient materials, refine the result, and then shape it into ancient soldier gear. I still could see how much progress I made on my research. The routine gave me so much focus day after day. But then I had a clever thought. I realized I could automate the entire refinement process. This was significant work, but I was able to successfully remodel the guidance stone. Thanks to my effort, I can refine any ancient material, insert it into it, and offer something in return. I named this machine Cherry after the first girl I ever loved. You should probably. When did you get married? That's the next question. My research didn't end with the creation of Cherry, not at all. I realized that if she was able to refine the ancient materials, there was no reason she couldn't also manufacture ancient shoulder gear too. Anyone can make ancient equipment. I also decided that when I wanted to be able to give her a voice so she could speak. I was filled with ambition then, but it was no easy task to make my dreams reality. Automating the manufacturing process was extremely difficult. It took me decades to figure out. I'll spare you the details of all the things that went wrong, but I'll say it was complex enough that I had to put my desires to remodel Cherry on the back burner for a while. Days and months came and went before I even realized it. I reached the ripe age of 90. I would have been lost in my work even then, but around that time, a young woman named Jaren arrived. She first trained with Dr. Pira, then Lady Impa had sent her to aid me. She quickly proved herself quite capable. She carried the blue flame from Tumlia Heights and even reworked it and improved my designs for Cherry. The very fact that she had trekked all the way from Kakariko Village alone proved she was no ordinary girl. Her intellect, her spirit, in hindsight, is in any surprise that would eventually end up getting married. Man, I wish I learned this much about fucking Pura, the NPC I actually care about, but here we go. Thanks to Jaren's redesign, Cherry was soon crafting ancient soldier gear perfectly and speaking beautifully. She spoke better than any machine I ever heard. It would have been hard to tell she wasn't a native Hylian. When I said good morning, she responded with a sweet good morning, Robbie. And she was helpful. Cherry, where'd I leave my book? It's the third book from the right on the second shelf, Robbie. She also knew to ask if she needed something. Robbie, could you increase the furnace a little? I'd always go personally to fetch more blue flame from Tumlia Heights. I didn't realize our interaction hurt someone. That someone was Jaren. Perhaps it was due to her namesake, but my exchange with Cherry hurt Jaren. Despite the fact that she knew Cherry was only a machine, she still felt uneasy with my interactions with her. She was in tears when she told me. She knew it made little sense, and yet she couldn't help how she felt. I was devastated. I hadn't even realized the pain I was causing. And although Jaren had designed Cherry, she was now being hurt by her own creation. We agreed to restore Cherry to her original mechanical way of speaking. I took it upon myself to make the changes. From then on, I was careful to not refer to her as Cherry. Doing so would anger my wife. Instead, I called her Ancient Oven. Sometime later, Jaren gave birth to a baby boy. When you were 90? Jesus. Oh, okay. Sometime later, Jaren gave birth to a baby boy, a beautiful young one who bore all the features of his mother. We decided to name him Grante, and together we passed the time as a happy family at a college ancient tech lab. It was unfortunately only a temporary piece. Princess Zelda did her best to contain Calamity Ganon. Around the time Grante turned 3, a letter from Dr. Pira arrived. It was a shock to receive. The last time she'd written, it was to talk about an assistant from Kakariko Village, who she felt was useless. She's writing now to me to know she completed research on powering up the ruins like stasis. Hearing this reinvigorated our interest in researching ancient soldier gear. Grante grew fast, and it wasn't long before he towered over me. He loved to carry the blue flame from Tumlia Heights, calling it a chance to train his body. I could see the curiosity in his eyes, and so I encouraged him to travel the world to see as much as he could. He'd always been independent. Why I'm so surprised when the very day I told him to travel, he left! Writing about Grante's training reminds me. A few days before he left, I thought it might be a good idea to have Grante study with Dr. Pira. I wrote to her to ask what she thought of the idea, and she sent a letter that simply said, "Don't send anyone here." I wondered what happened to her to make her say such a thing. Wait, was that the previous page? Okay. That was a lot of character information for one character I just met and I don't care about, but hey. Let's fucking get this ancient flame. Now let's see, where is it? I think it's over this way. Yeah. I'm gonna have to fly over there, then run all the way back here. And it's gonna rain. Of course it's gonna rain. You guys can see because my camera's in the way, but I'm probably gonna have to wait out this freaking rain. Because I don't know if the fire will stay lit through the rain, but it's gonna rain soon regardless of the matter. Because it's always freaking raining in this game. Alright, let's see, we've got a torch, that's good. Royal bow. Where I found that. Put that wooden bow. Let's use our Volley's Gale. Fly over there. And then, try to light these lampposts too. If I can light these lampposts, then at least they will be able to stay lit through the rain. And also, it was only like one Revice Gale left, so we might as well use it. Alright. God damn it, see? It just decided to rain as soon as I start this shit. You know what? I'm really starting to think that the game can read my fucking brain. Because, like, I said I was going to freaking do this mission that required this torch and flame, and you guys know how much I complain about the rain. What does it start doing? It starts raining. So that's what's fucking like. I'm not even surprised I even did that, honestly. Let's wait for the storm to pass. Alright. Looks like the rain's lighting up now. So let's get back in it. Do this little quest for this old guy that we're not particularly fond of, but we gotta deal with it anyways. Seriously though, God, we learned his whole fucking backstory, and we know nothing about Pyrrha. I'm like, dude, hey, how about, hey, Nintendo, how about we learn about Pyrrha, you know, the actual cool NPC? You think I care that you gave this fucking Professor Egad knockoff a freaking guitar riff in a stupid pose? It's like, come on, dude. I like freaking Pyrrha. She's way cooler than anybody ever invented ever. Alright, well, let's light all these torches, I guess, and make our way over to this freaking place so that we can hopefully get this fire started. And hopefully this torch doesn't burn out anytime soon. It shouldn't, because it's a torch. But I do need to at least light all these lanterns so that at the very least I don't have to run all the way back here to do it, because I think the lanterns stay on forever. I'm pretty sure they do. I just gotta do this before it rains again. Oh, fuck off, dude. I don't want to fight you guys. Leave me be. Come on, guys. This isn't funny. I'm doing a side quest. You cannot touch my flame. I won't allow you to blow up my light. This is my light. This little light of mine, I'm gonna let it shine. Leave me be. Please, fight that wolf instead. I'm just trying to get to this base of this mountain, man. And across this freaking bridge. I'm trying to make sure I light as many of these lanterns as possible, so that if I ever have to do this, again for some reason, at least most of the lanterns are lit on the way up there.